Hi everyone, it's Kim at Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for May the 5th through May the force be with you, May the 11th. I forgot to check the calendar. Why do I do that all the time? And I guess I could just edit this and restart, but let's be real. So we are in the midst of a new moon in Taurus. I can't even believe the cards that I picked. I'm using the Moonology tarot deck that I just got. And the crystal that I want to use for this week, it's petrified wood. But I am still using malachite. Personally, I really wanted to come and do a video midweek because I was picking up so much information about the cards that I chose for last week, and it's really segueing into this energy that we're coming into. And last week's cards were forgiveness with dioptase, the higher self with selenite, and the use of malachite being that of the ego and the will. And it's really interesting how much that has truly lined up. So this week's topics, I wrote a really great blog. Everybody's talking about Saturn going retrograde, Pluto going retrograde, and a lot of people are ignoring the south node of the moon. And to me, that with that combination, because Saturn and Pluto are joined, both retrograde in Capricorn, and the south node is there. I'll get into that a little bit in a second, and you can also read the companion blog because I really explain how that's going to bring about forgiveness and healing and how we have to really dump the past. We have up until May of 2020 to do that, but I think a lot of us are going to be forced to do it. So, we want to hold on to situations because it's comfortable, or we're afraid of the unknown. So we cling to things. Some of us are just so conditioned by being treated horribly and our emotions and our feelings not being acknowledged that we're just so conditioned, predisposition to just accepting all of that. Well, this south node with Saturn and Pluto is saying, no, 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 no. We got to take a really good look at what has become part of our lives, something from past lives or from the recent past, and just like really heal these parts. So I have my little black bag. I got that out for us because I don't think I've pulled from the black bag for a couple of weeks. And let's see what the black bag has to say. I'm looking for a miracle. But this Taurus new moon, it's all about prosperity, abundance. It's about planting seeds, what we're going to manifest, what are we going to harvest come the end of, the harvest season in October. All right, so this is okay. Maybe it'll pan out to be, something more but depth. And so what are my guides telling me immediately is about going to the depths of our emotion. And let's see what the symbol on the picture is. I can't really see it well, but yes, it would be emotions because it looks like a buoy out in the middle of the ocean, and water is our emotions. So we're going to dive deep this week. We're going to dig deep. We're going to get to the depths of our souls, depths of our emotion. We're going to bring all of that up to the surface. Now, that lets me think about, I've been studying and doing a lot of research on different personality disorders, mental health, mental illness. I would say that, there isn't a family out there that isn't affected by that in some way or another. And so I was thinking before I took my nap this afternoon, and that's why this is so late. I took such a great nap that I woke up at like 8 o'clock at night, and none of my animals were fed, and I was so disoriented. But I thought to myself, I wonder what month is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I Googled it, and guess what? It's May. So I really wanted to write a blog about narcissistic personality disorder, cluster B personality disorder, antisocial personality disorders, which a lot of people just call sociopathy or psychopathy. And because I've been affected by this by a very close family member, and it has taken me 53 years to really realize the effects, and I'm having this huge epiphany this week with all the research that I've been doing. And this does lead into that south node of the moon conjoined with Saturn and Pluto. So maybe that's why my eyes are open, or I'm just like becoming obsessed with learning more about this and why people are the way they are and why they do the things they do. But also, too, how it affects the person on the other side, the person that is considered neurologically normal. So it's really interesting. I think I will be writing more about that. I want to do a separate video, and I'll get into some, details. But what I want to say is, with this south node of the moon, Saturn, Pluto retrograde, the cleaning out of everything, I think, it's in my best interest, and probably a lot of yours, to cut, be done, get over that, do a lot of self-realization, because, these types of people, they love to put us down, I know that there's a lot of people out there that understand what I'm talking about. Look at this. There goes that hair again. I bet you maybe I even have some narcissism. I think we all do after everything that I've read. But, that's all part of the ego. Although I don't feed off of this. I come here to give information, wisdom, read my cards, do my crystals, talk about astrology, because that's what I like to do. And, it is my business. So I provide this free service for you, which I will be opening my shop. I've been having a lot of inquiries. I've been taking a break for a few weeks. I will have some limited availability for readings. So you'll have to check that out this week. I'm going to reopen the shop and have that ready for orders for any of you. Maybe I'll do a May Madness. I don't know. But yes, so May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm going to probably talk about that a lot more going on during the course of the month. And if you have fallen victim to somebody with NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, also known as antisocial personality disorder, cluster B personalities, it can be extremely damaging because, you're fed lies. You're made to believe that you're less than, and so you too may need some help, on the other end. Let's open this up for a discussion so that, I can share this information with you. So stay tuned. I'm going to probably do an extended video on it, and definitely an extended blog, because this is something that I really want to talk about. I want to get out there in the open. It's okay to not feel okay. And this craziness this past week all stemmed from the fact that I want my feelings validated. I'm grieving. I've lost, two of my favorite dogs within the last few months. And so someone with a narcissistic personality disorder will not validate the fact that you have any feelings or that you're allowed to grieve or feel anything for that matter, because it all has to be about them. And so, yes, it got a little ugly, little nasty, and I can't be the nice person anymore. I just really can't. And that's what took me back to that, the dioptase card about forgiveness, because I do forgive, because I know that when people know better, they will do better. But sometimes, if mental illness is playing a part, sometimes they can't do any better than they're already doing. We cannot get them help. A lot of times you get to my age, it's beyond that point. So the best thing for us to do sometimes is to just cut ties, cut the dead wood, walk away, but do it with love. I have no malice or anything like that, but I have to take care of myself and my feelings and my own mental health. And that's why I have to walk away, because, I can't fight anymore. The only thing that's important right now is my happiness and the happiness of my family and those around me. So take care of yourselves out there. Really take care of yourselves. Don't feel guilty if you too have to cut and walk away. You have to self-preserve and look out for yourself, because nobody else is going to do that. So let's get into the cards. I can't even make up these cards that I pulled. I was in shock and awe. So I am using the Moonology cards. I just recently purchased this deck. And the first card that I picked was New Moon in Taurus, and that's what we're in right now. And sorry if I was just a bummer, a few moments ago, but yeah, so that is real. But listen, let's focus on the good stuff. And it's the New Moon in Taurus, and it says prosperity lies ahead, and that's what I was just talking about. Taurus is the bull, it's that earth sign. And, just think of like all of your thoughts and your wishes and your words are seeds that are in your hand, and you're planting them right now. And we're going to nourish the soil, and we're going to water them. We're going to add sunlight, and then we're going to harvest that in about 6 months or so, come, August through October. All of these different blessings are going to start showing up if you're planting the right seeds. So I will talk more about this tomorrow on Monday, May 6th, and I'll go into detail about this card. Now I really can't make this up. Look at this. This is the South Node, and that's what my blog is about. And that's the card that came up. And it's about the past. It's about past lives. And it's about releasing and getting rid of what isn't serving us anymore. And it's really about taking care of our emotions, taking care of that shadow side, those things, the negativity, and the things that we don't look at. But it's really interesting. The South Node of the moon is the polar opposite, obviously, of the North Node. The North Node in Cancer, the North Node has been in Cancer for quite some time, for the last few months. It will remain there until May of 2020, which means the South Node of the moon is in Capricorn. It's the complete opposite of each other, the polar opposites. We are each born with a North Node and a South Node. When I'm looking at charts, I do look at the South Node, because that'll show me insight to your past lives, what you're proficient at, what you're very good at. It's what we already know, because it's already become a part of us. But this also talks about the past in our current lives. So I'll get into detail of this on Wednesday, because it's just so fascinating. And this South Node is going to play such a major role in our lives up until May of 2020. So we really need to learn a lot about it, because it is that Capricorn energy. It is Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's sitting right next to this. They're all at about 20 degrees right now. South Node in Capricorn, Saturn retrograde, both at 20 degrees, and Pluto is just slightly off at 23 degrees, but it's still within orb of each other. So it's really affecting huge changes, transformations, endings. Pluto is the endings. Saturn is the rule maker. He's the father of the universe, and he's saying, like, enough now. He's the one that always puts his foot down and says no or no more. He makes the rules, and he is also the karma police. That's what I believe anyway. All right. So, and then the card that'll come in on Friday, and I love this. I think it goes really great with this entire month, with this theme that I wrote about. Last week's cards, it's another follow-up, and it's the balsamic moon. And it's a time of healing. So this is so perfect. Let's set ourselves up and take a really good look at these different parts in our lives and where it is that we can heal. So this is a continuation from last week's healing. Green stones are fantastic for the healing of the heart. Maybe we should use all different, every color for the chakras. This is about total mind, body, and spirit healing. Definitely with the month of May being Mental Health Awareness Month, it is about not only, others' mental health, but it's also about nurturing ours, because people, like I said, on the other side of that, they can become so emotionally, physically, mentally damaged from those around us that we love that do have mental health problems. And I think that's why I chose the petrified wood, because this petrified wood represents, first of all, it helps us to stay grounded, which, Taurus, the earth sign, is about the grounding. But the petrified wood also will help us to discover where it is we're frozen and can't move. Where are we petrified to move out of and move away from? So I really love this piece. And I've had it for a very, very, very long time. I know I found this in a forest, I think out in the Pacific Northwest sometime. And yes, the most powerful, dioptase is supposedly the most, I still have it here. Dioptase, the most powerful heart chakra stone combined with malachite. We definitely have to get some heart healing on. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for you for this week. And, we have an off week because the full moon won't come in until the end of next week. So let's take this time to clear out the clutter, the mental, physical, and ethereal clutter, and do some really, deep, deep healing. Get down to the depths of our emotions, and let's work on this. Let's start a conversation. I'm definitely open to hearing anything anybody has to say about these issues. Let's talk about it, because, that's how we heal. So hopefully you like this video. I thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. If you like this, share it with your friends. If you know somebody out there that is on the other side of, is a victim of narcissistic personality, cluster B, antisocial personality disorders, share this with them, and, let's see what comes out of this. So until next week, thank you so much for watching, and I'm just in time for Game of Thrones. So good night. Have a great week. Bye.